Everybody, I am here at your request. We are going to take a look at the energies around him, energies in love, and the energies to come. Wow. I want to say that as I meditate for him, I felt like he was a fireball. I felt like he couldn't be contained. I felt like, oh wow, I just saw Jack Jack. That's how I feel about him in the spirit. The Incredibles, Jack Jack. This is an adventurous person. You could not keep up with him. Um, he's an unorganized leader. How about that? Unorganized leader. He's a leader in his own right. Very unorganized. Don't know which way to turn. But that's the adventure of his life. He leads people to a certain point and then he changes direction, and either that person follows him or he get a new group of leaders. There's something about him organizing and creating groups of people. That's what he likes to do. He likes to create groups of people in his life. He likes to lead them to a certain point based on the wisdom and knowledge that he has. And then he releases it and he might start something new, or he may change all of the plans. That felt cult like, huh? Yeah, sure did. He's a fireball. There's not a lot of spiritual awakening going on. It's not very spiritual. It's more about him leading and conquering and observing. It's pretty much an impulse journey that he's on. He does whatever he feel like doing. There's really not any rhyme or reasons and purpose to what he do and who he is as of right now. But let me tell you something about him. Underneath all of this adventure, Georgia the Jungle type feeling that I'm getting, underneath that, I do believe it's a special person, a special lover, a special soulmate, that when he touches that person, contacts with them, he's actually going to create a whole new life. I believe that that's very, very possible. And that new life and that person will make him get in touch with his purpose. He hasn't met a person or another soul that can activate what's truly inside of him or make him commit to one of the passions that he have now or two of them. It's not about the number of them. It's just about him being focused and walking straight. This is the person who jumps on the rope, on top of the rope, instead of jump in the rope. Hope that makes sense. So as far as his journey, he's leaping everywhere. He touches his journey and then he jumps everywhere else. That's why I kind of like said the George of a Jungle type feeling. So yeah, a very, very adventurous. He's his imagination is oh my goodness, it's huge. Yeah. So I kind of felt like he can direct movies at times too. So let's take a look at the energies around him. He's trying to make change. He wants to change the world. He wants to change life. He wants to change people, thoughts, and attitudes. He want to make a change, but he has trouble creating that. It's almost like he's a I want to say motivational speaker, but it's more than that. He wants to lead people and change their minds. He wants to change us. He wants things to be changed. He wants the dead things and the dead knowledge, the dead teachings and a dead way of living. He has a judgment against um, other leaders, and he want to bring change, but he has trouble doing that. It's the weirdest thing. And it's actually not that weird. He just can't figure it out. I believe if he tried to tell you anything, he wouldn't be able to finish the story. He has a hard time communicating exactly what he sees. His imagination is so great, but it's hard to be communicated. And yeah, nobody wants to follow him. Nobody wants to release the old way of thinking. Yeah. He want to connect to his tribe. He want to find his people. He want to find a group of people that matches the things he believes, the things he stand for, the way of living he wants to be. He want us to be outside of the box. Well, I just saw TED Talks. He has he has a presentation that he gives to people is living outside of the box. Let me see if I can get some information of what this thought is all about. He wants to change the way we move, the way we move, the way we handle things. He wants us to have more of an impulse. Yeah, okay, I got it. If he was able to have his own, I almost said boys club. For some reason, I just saw a bunch of guys. If he was able to have his own boys club, it'd be called "Do What the F You Want to Do," and he want to create more people like that. Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel so much anger um, as he tries to create so much anger, like punching a wall or something like that. It's a lot of anger here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's physically abusive at times, not recognizing his own strength. Um, Very hard to talk to if you disagree. I can feel that. Yeah, I even feel like the people around him feel that way, on their toes and careful of what to say to him. His plan is to be a rebel. His plan is to be unorthodox. But it costs him to be this way. Yeah. This makes me feel like the person that sits in a room with everybody and he takes his hand to try to explain what direction we're going in. And everybody just staring at him because it doesn't make sense, but it makes so much sense to him and it pisses him off. It makes him angry. And then he flips the table. Everybody runs and leave out the room. And then he feels sad that he did it. It's a lot of regret up under the anger. A lot of regret. Not being able to communicate clearly and effectively. So he finds himself, how can I say this? Unhinged, unhappy. It's really not about happiness because it's more about either it's fun or he's pissed. It's like that. Is it fun or he's angry? 0 to 100, real quick. Yeah. And he keeps moving around with this energy and it causes unstable things around him. He has issues with fire signs. He has issues with being balanced. This can be drugs right here. I kind of felt this imbalance. He has issues with being stable, issues with being grounded. However he see what being grounded is. Then I have him communicating apologies and sorries and only to do the same thing again. There is some issues here that needs to be checked. Definitely feel some emotional issues. There's some anger here. And there's a strong connection to me. And I just keep seeing this boys club. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised of serious issues. He had serious issues with his father or another man. I would not be shocked by that. That is the core to why he behaves the way he behaves. How do he behaves? It's just erratic at times. And he hurts the people that love him or he scares the people that love him. But he regrets what he do. So, if we could put all this together, the only reason why it doesn't make sense because he hasn't found his purpose. Once he finds his purpose, once he finds himself, once he wakes up spiritually, because this It's really closed off to the spiritual realm. Once he wakes up, then I think that people will take him better. Once he figure out what he really trying to say, I think people will take him better. Other than that, you got this leader that's just saying things that doesn't make sense to the whole. He wants people to make change. He wants us to take a different approach in how we move forward. He wants to create a movement. He want to make this strong impulse movement, this boys club that he wants to create. He wants to be a leader of men, and he wants it to be strong, a strong foundation for everyone. He wants to make connection, and he wants us to have passion for something that he desires to do, but he can't communicate it well, and he wants us to be under it. He's having a hard time creating what he desires. I just saw the Pirates in the Caribbean. I don't know why I just think that. Yeah. He believes that people don't listen, don't love, don't understand him. People is getting away from the truth. He's an unorganized leader. I heard that again. It's like he can't get these people to be smarter. It's an entitlement thing here. He looks down on his friends at times, sometimes. And then I got this strong anger here that is caught right back up with apologies and promises, promising never to behave the same. I got him and other earth signs having difficulties. Yeah, I really do. So that's what we have there. Oh, he really needs his soulmate. That's my prayer for him. His soulmate, or even an awakening with his twin flame. He really, really needs that. Um, as tough as he is and busy as he is, he's very, very busy in the mind. Imagination is huge. He wants love. He wants happiness. He wants the family. He wants the love. He wants that. He really do. He hasn't felt this love yet, but he really wants it. Let's find out, what do you want? What kind of love he's looking for? He can't picture it. So that's what he can't picture. He can't picture the future things. He can't even picture that. He can only picture the right now and the change. He's on the other side of what life is. That's why he can't picture his future at times, because when he daydreams, when he manifests, when he begins to see things in his imagination, he see everything being different. He's not accepting the reality of today. So his dreams is about changing life. It's not about living in life. And actually that sounds pretty good too. But because of that, he can't see down the road of this reality. He keeps seeing that this reality needs to be changed. So just imagine every time you lay down, and instead of you thinking about being a nurse or a truck driver, firefighter, I don't know, whatever we be thinking about becoming, a lawyer, anything like that, he's busy trying to manifest something that he can't even name or don't even have a title to. So that could be frustrating, but that's okay. Spiritual awakening will be coming to him soon. I think he has a while to go too before this moment happen. I don't have any timing on his awakening, but I will check just because I care right now, because I know that's exactly what he needs. Like if I had him here, we could pop this open. But he definitely wants family. The sense of love. Oh, he wants to be the head of a family. That's why he wants a family. He wants to lead it. He's a country boy to me for some reason. Or maybe he's going into this country like feeling. I just see like animals. I could see him with a family with animals and stuff. Yeah, he wants that happiness of being able to lead a family the correct way. There's some type of judgment to another man though. He has a judgment. He may have issues with Aries as well. Earth signs, and I do have an Aries he may have issues with. But he wants a family, and he wants to be head of the house, and he wants to break a curse, feels like to me. He wants to be that great husband, great father, or just say great head. He wants to be the great leader and a great head over a family. And he wants to be successful at it. That's one of the things he wants to conquer. That's something he wants a trophy for, if that makes any sense. I do feel a judgment here between him and a man. A judgment. I really do feel that. So going forward, he will continue to be what? Different. Disconnected from us, but yet trying to create a whole team at the same time. So that's what he'll be doing, continuously doing that, disconnecting, still trying to figure out what's in the mind, still feeling that mental trap feeling, trying to understand himself, trying to understand the people around him, trying to stay stable. I do feel some type of influence here, but this could just be marijuana. It doesn't feel like a heavy drug at times. In the beginning it felt heavy, and then after that it didn't, so I don't know for sure. But he'll be disconnecting, still trying to find himself, still trying to keep that stability, fighting with the thoughts in his mind, trying to stay safe, trying to stay peaceful, trying to stay out of trouble. Why do I feel like he could have been in jail prison so many times? He's really trying to stay on the up and up so that he can create a kingdom. How about that? How about that? Yeah. Self-absorbed. Just focusing on himself. I don't even see anything for career. But I do feel like he can direct. You know, I'll tell you one thing I saw that I didn't say in the very beginning. I don't remember the name of the guy, but it was a guy, a younger guy, who used to make these little series or videos about, I don't know, they might jump off a roof. Who knows? They might jump off a roof. They might do little things to catch our attention, shock and awe type videos. And I kind of see him doing stuff like that or directing something like that. I could see him having a series where he amazes us in all of his pastime adventures. Just doing a lot of little crazy stuff for shock. That's just what I felt in the very beginning. Or maybe that's something he's going to be a part of. But I don't see a lot of things here when it comes to career. It's not a major focus at all. It's just, I think he kind of understands what he do, and he just knows how to make it happen. Let me see if I can get a spiritual awakening timing on him. It felt so far away, or it could just be that he needs a tower situation to achieve it. Sometimes we do. So I wanted to see that because I don't see any spiritual awakening at all right now. Yeah. Even when he jump in his journey and jump out, I don't think he knows what's happening. I don't think he knows. Yeah. So nothing soon. He's not looking for it. He's not looking for it. Or maybe he doesn't understand the owner of it or how to get it. But no, I don't see anything soon. So most likely that will probably be a tower. Yeah. He's fun though. I really feel like this is a fun person to be around. And you really have to be strong-minded to be in his presence because he can really, really get into your head. He really can. Okay? So, I'll try career one more time, but he kind of got the hang of it. He just do it, get the money and go. Get the bag and go. It's not about a major connection or an increase. He already is the best. So, it's like he's not trying to win anything. He feels like he's the king. He's the best. Seriously, he really do. He feels that way. He's the best. He's not trying to compete with anybody. He's not trying to reach certain levels of earthly accomplishments. Yeah, he's not trying to do all that. Same cards. He makes the money. He just make it. He's still searching for purpose. He's still trying to get this plan off the ground as soon as he can see it clearly. He's in desire. He's in a desperate need of a spiritual awakening. Okay, bye bye.